Alright. Is this thing on? No. So, I guess I'll talk a little bit about why I left Los Angeles. Lived there for about 7 years, trying to be an actor. And I got like minor roles here and there, but really wasn't enough to build a career off of. I tried my hand at stand-up comedy. Decided that wasn't what I wanted to do. Tried improv, and I actually really liked that. I just didn't get as many opportunities as I wanted to do it more. And that's okay, that's just life. And then I had a living situation that really wasn't going well, so I decided it was best I left. I was gonna move back to my original home state, but the timing was off and I wasn't able to move as soon as I wanted. So I'm currently just resetting with some family. Not rock bottom or anything, it's just a reset. I'm getting my life back together soon. Another part of the reason why I left Los Angeles, or California in general, really, was because there was a pandemic. And I'm not talking about the coronavirus or COVID-19, I'm talking about this insecurity pandemic that largely affected men, apparently. And I'll explain what I mean. It's that, it's the insecurity. I just noticed a lot of men felt the need to have something over other people. They just had to have, more followers, or had to have had more relationships or dates, just really anything. And, I found that, and, women did this too. I just found that I didn't like being in an environment like that, or being around people who were like that. And not everybody was like that, obviously. There are some pretty cool people out there in Los Angeles, and California. I didn't leave just because of the people. And for those people who had that, who were very insecure and felt the need to put other people down, or to brag about how well they were doing, the people who felt the need to be above others, I try to limit my interactions with them. I recommend y'all do that too. If you know somebody who just talks down to you, or is always trying to one up you for whatever reason, you can tell them how you feel, and if they're mature enough, then they'll make changes and they'll be more respectful, and they won't talk to you like that anymore or treat you that way. If not, find a new group of friends. I had to do that a few times. Another aspect of why I left Los Angeles was just the traffic. Traffic was a pain in the ass. It took like half an hour to go down one block sometimes. I mean, it depends on where you live, time and place. If it's like rush hour, obviously you're going to be spending the night in traffic. But other times of day, it's not as bad. So it really was a mix. It was hit or miss with the traffic. And then after that, I made my way, I drove back with my dad, and I'm just chilling with my family right now before I make my big move. I was trying to get into some fitness type content, but I quickly found that's not really what I want to do, because I didn't have anything substantial or new to offer. I was going to make these fitness programs for guys who were like really skinny, like 98 pounds, soaking wet. And it was to help them bulk up. But then I saw that a lot of other influencers were doing that already. And I didn't have anything that stood out. And I realized that. And that's not a bad thing. It just means that I have to find a different niche. And mine was filmmaking. If you've been on the channel for a bit, you see I have some short videos that I made by myself or with some former acquaintances and friends. But that's not the kind of YouTube channel I want. So going back to Los Angeles, a lot of people that I knew personally, they had YouTube channels, and I think except for like one person, it was all like just comedy YouTube channels, and You know, it being Los Angeles, a big comedy scene, so that makes sense. But one guy, he has like a drama. It's like a post. It's like a Walking Dead, pretty much. His was different. It was like I think out of all the YouTuber like content creators that I met out there, his actually stood out as not being a comedy channel. So I respected that. And I don't have anything against comedy YouTube channels. Hell, I almost made this was almost a comedy YouTube channel. I just realized that that's not the kind of content I want to make. And I might have covered this in the short that I posted a little bit ago. I want to write, star in, and produce films that actually entertain people. And this isn't to say they're going to be all super serious. You know, I'm writing a space adventure comedy right now. I just want to delve. I want there to be more range, more variation, because I got some comedy ideas, obviously, but I also got some drama ideas. A movie that's a thriller, even one that's a horror movie, and that, and what am I gonna say? Oh, and I noticed that there wasn't a lot of that in Los Angeles, at least not that I knew. Everybody else was either making comedy YouTube channels, or they were doing like vlogs, and I kind of do that here and there, sort of, but that's not what I want this channel to be. So I'm going to focus more on actual like filmmaking. Maybe submit to a film festival or something like that. And this isn't to say, like I said before, this isn't gonna be like all super serious or anything like that. Me coming from an improv background, I'm gonna sprinkle in some comedy here and there. I just want, like I said, I just want my channel to stand out a little bit more. Not better, just different. But until that time, I don't want my YouTube channel to just collect digital dust. So I'm naturally gonna be posting videos like this on here more often. What's going on? What was I saying? Oh yeah, more videos like this more often. But I am intending. I'm not just intending to. I will make actual films for people to actually enjoy. I'm not moving back to Los Angeles. I'm not moving back to California. I can't do it out there anymore. And you know what? I don't have to in order to make this kind of stuff. People make content and films all over the world. I know people think Hollywood is like the main hub of entertainment here in America, but yeah, you don't have to be out there to make stuff. I know that for sure. Oh boy, this was shorter than I thought. Well, I think I'm gonna call it here. I just wanted to inform y'all what was going on, tell y'all what to expect, and thank you for tuning in. This is gonna be fun.